Hey y'all, I am Elizabeth Moselle, and yes, I am back with another common sense. This is the first time I did a common sense segment on my channel, but was picking up my children from their bus stop, and I'm strolling through um, news and stuff, and this news story hit me. A black pastor in Alabama was arrested for watering neighbors' flowers. A black pastor in Alabama is filing a discrimination lawsuit against the police officer who after he was arrested for watering the flowers. Now, I'm gonna just tell you what I feel about this story. And if you want to know it, again, it is the black pastor in Alabama arrested for watering neighbors' flowers. You can go check it out. You can read it. You can even, I think the story is actually on YouTube, actually. But let's get to the nitty gritty because I'm not going to tell you the whole story. Nitty gritty is this man is watering the flowers, probably listening to some Beyonce Pure Honey because that's what he gave me that vibe when I saw the YouTube video. And then the cops come, they get out of the car. Hey, sir, how you doing? We got a complaint called to this residence. Can we get your ID? No, sir, I'm just watering the yard. That's what the pastor is saying. So hear me out. All right. So the cop is still like, well, we still need your ID. Can you show us your proof of ID? And he's like, no, you can lock me up. Now, this is where I cut the line. I don't care what else happened before. The title was Pastor. It wasn't neighbor, it was pastor. Now, let me go back into my books of knowledge, but I'm going to try to find this for this pastor. Hold on just 1 minute, y'all. I'm almost there. All right, let's see where that at. Let me find a good one for this guy. I'm gonna find it. I'm probably write it in my description. But I think in the Ten Commandments, I think they have obey the law of the land. Thou shalt obey the law of the land. I think that is part of a Ten Commandments. That if he's a pastor, he should know that. But either side, myself, I'm getting beside myself. I'm getting frustrated because this is supposed to be somebody that is guiding people to Christ. Am I correct? I don't understand how this is justice. You told the cops to arrest you when you decided not to give them your identity. I'm still trying to understand that. Why is it not hard to give somebody a proof of identification? What is so hard about that? I'm trying to understand that. It has nothing to do with being black anymore. Why is that hard? Obviously, you're doing a great job. You're showing people that you should care about your neighbor or even care about the unnecessary things like watering somebody's flowers. I would walk out of that congregation if I was anybody that was affiliated with this pastor. Because what are you trying to tell these young boys? We all see that this is AKA, well, was those air quotations, that this is a problem in the community. This is not what we should have been done. If you was a black pastor, You should have easily gave them your identification card and say, hey, sir, I stay right here. It should never been a confidence, nothing on your half. Because if it was something else, like, the city just allowed us to see that whole transaction, it should have been so easy for you to just to show the identification card. You would never have got arrested. And then the one that called on you, she would had been at peace. Everybody would have a nice day, sir. That's it. Should they have left you alone? Some people might have said, well, if the cops just left her alone and told that nosy neighbor to mind her business, it'll be a different story. But no, that really makes me hurt that this pastor is leading younger kids and he's thinking that telling the cops no for something simpler as an ID card. We have to understand that right is right and wrong is wrong. There's no gray area. There's no black and white. There's no hazel. That is black. They're not black. I'm sorry. That's right and that's wrong. And that pastor did show nothing but wrong intent trying to. And I hope he don't go far with this discrimination lawsuit, because that shouldn't. Why? Why are we doing this? Why are we even promoting this? And the worst part about it is I still think about his sheep that he has responsibility for. Because that easily, he should have been more of a leader and say, sir, here it goes. You don't have to be Uncle Tom to do the right thing. When you go on a military, a military post or a little area, you have to show ID. Do I go to the gate and say, no, I'm not going to show you ID, but I'm still going in? No, they most likely going to arrest me. Yes, hands down. And then I will lose all privileges of getting on post or getting where I needed to be, or a federal building, or whatever the case is. And most likely have a big fine, because that's their rules. Now, this guy right here showed that you can still be stubborn and get awarded, because that was nothing but stubbornness. It wasn't righteousness. That had nothing to do with righteousness. He wasn't fighting for nobody's causes. And he could have easily said, hey, I don't have it on me. It's at the house or whatever, because I don't have my ID card on me all the time either. And I understand my driver's license, my any type of card with my face on it, my badge at work, I don't always have that on me. But I could easily say, well, these are my numbers. This is my social. And they could go in and, verify me, who I was. But the kicker was that he just flat out didn't even stop watering the yard. Like, it was like, what was the point? You had this complication with these cops for what? And now imagine if they started feeling like he was being hostile. We all know that could happen. Sir, put the weapon down. And it's a water hose. We all can see it's a water hose. But put the weapon down. And they start blazing on his tail. Is that the word? I don't know. But can we imagine how outraged people would be? And that story was flipped. That would definitely be something racist. I can just say that. But that is sad. This pastor could not even act right for about 5 minutes. You don't have to be Uncle Tom to do right, y'all. We could just do the right thing. If a police officer stop you, no matter if you're black, you're green, you're white, show them your ID. This is going to save somebody out there. You don't have to be an Uncle Tom. You don't have to be with the man. It's not that. Just do the right thing because it's the right thing. You have 5,000 people at any time that can witness your actions. And just alone, this video on YouTube is like 10K. Now, can you imagine that somebody right now saying, yup, that's true. They discriminate against him. No, that's not the right thing. We should never look at that like that. Do the right thing because it's the right thing. And we will be able to be comfortable and living in harmony. But we just got to start doing the basic. And this pastor right here, like I said, if I seen this on the news, I would have to put my resignation to the church and keep it moving because that's not the way to do it. And all people, pastor, he has young sheep looking at him. And next time somebody younger that sees this, it won't turn out very well because they're falling behind somebody who just easily could not stop and show identification. Thank y'all. I just did my common sense rap. Thank y'all. Have a good day.